What's up, you guys? Welcome to Living in the Sacramento Suburbs channel, where we give you all the information that you're looking for when making the move to the Sacramento region. Today, we are bringing you an updated set of pros and cons with a new perspective, as we've been working with so many relocation clients and have a better idea of how Sacramento stacks up. So today, we're going to give you everything that you need to know by exploring both the pros and the cons that Sacramento has to offer. We are going to cover everything from housing, cost of living, recreation, education, and so much more. And make sure to stick around to the end of the video, because we're going to be covering some of the top things to do for adults, as we recently received feedback from viewers saying that they want to know more about recreation activities that are not necessarily for kids. I get it. Sometimes we need to leave those kids at home and have some adult fun too. So let's get into it. So one thing about Sacramento when it comes to its housing is that there is a variety of housing here that fits just about every lifestyle that you could think of. If you're looking for something, a low maintenance like a condo or a zero lot line with just a small patio, because maybe you travel frequently or you simply just don't want the hassle, we have those options as well. We have newer communities that are perfect for families, or those looking to start a family that have fun community events that bring the neighborhood together. For example, we live in a community with a ton of families with kids of all ages, and we have food trucks that come out to our parks every week. It gives people the opportunity to get out and meet their neighbors and make new friends. For active adults, we have some top-notch 55+ communities that sit on golf courses and have so many awesome amenities. In fact, Roseville and Lincoln are top destinations for retirees because of the amazing communities they have for active adults. We have luxury gated communities with homes that have views of the city skyline and Folsom Lake. We have riverfront options with some exquisite homes along the Sacramento and American River, giving you direct access to the river and American River Trail if you like to bike, run, fish, paddleboard, kayak, or other activities along the trail or river. We also have plenty of resale and newer construction homes that have ADUs that many people rent out as great investments. Sacramento really does have housing options for just about any and every lifestyle that you could think of. We have clients trading in their 900 square foot old home in the Bay Area for 3,000 to 4,000 square foot pool homes here. In addition, we also have a wide variety of housing when it comes to architectural styles. You will find everything from Victorian, mid-century modern, American Craftsman, Tudor, Colonial Revival, as well as bungalows throughout the city. Now, one of the most diverse neighborhoods in Sacramento is the highly popular Fab 40s that showcases much of the home styles that I just mentioned on some bigger lots. It is definitely one of the most premier communities in all of Sacramento and is located at the heart of the city. There are lots of suburbs to choose from depending upon your lifestyle desires and career, or where you may be working. Now, most people here are looking to increase their quality of life and either have families or they're looking to start families, and they choose the Sacramento region for one reason or another pertaining to that. We really have so many to choose from here, so let's go ahead and get into some of the top suburbs here in Sacramento. Now, the first one is Roseville. I call this our little suburban utopia with a balance of affordable housing, very affordable utilities owned by the city, top-rated schools, and all the amenities you need within the city boundaries. You can stay in the Roseville bubble without needing to go anywhere else. Roseville is the premier shopping hub with the Roseville Galleria, the fountains, big box stores that you can imagine, fine dining, and it's also one of the city's major healthcare hubs with Sutter Roseville, Kaiser Roseville, and UC Davis Medical. So many healthcare workers are choosing Roseville as a place to call home. Next up, we have Rockland. And if you guys have been watching our videos, you know that one of the top communities in Rockland where people are moving to is Whitney Ranch. This community also has top-rated schools, is very family friendly, and they also have an awesome clubhouse called the Ranch House with a pool, where residents can host weddings, baby showers, birthday parties, and more without leaving the community. The Ranch House also hosts many events throughout the week like yoga, family bingo, fitness classes, sip and paint classes, and much more. Another popular community in Rockland is Whitney Oaks. Whitney Oaks is an older community located right next to Whitney Ranch. Whitney Oaks is known for its upscale living amongst mature oak trees, many gated communities, and many homes that sit on the golf course or that have awesome views from atop overlooking the Whitney Oaks golf course. Many homes in both communities offer views of the canyon and the Sierra Nevada mountains. The hilly terrain offers a different setting when compared to Roseville. Now, a little further out is the suburb of Lincoln. This quiet and upcoming suburb is located just 30 miles from the center of Sacramento. This small town offers affordable housing options as well as some gorgeous estates in the golf community of Cadavadera with semi-custom and custom luxury homes. We really like the 55+ communities in the area. They're really resort-like. You have Turkey Creek Esplande as well as Sun City, Lincoln. The most popular community for families in Lincoln, without a doubt, is 12 Bridges. This booming family-friendly community just opened the brand new 12 Bridges High School only 3 years ago. This is one community that you definitely want to keep on your radar. Make sure to subscribe to our channel as we are going to be bringing you some new luxury home communities that are opening up in the city of Lincoln. Next up is Granite Bay. This is one of, if not the most affluent suburbs in Sacramento. You are away from the hustle and bustle and easy access to Folsom Lake, just minutes away. Granite Bay also offers properties with land here. Whether you're looking for a more estate-like property or ranches, it covers it all. Granite Bay also has one of the finest private clubs in the Sacramento region at the Granite Bay Golf Club. We also have some amazing new construction options we have featured on our channel, so check those out right here. These are large lot single-story estates. We have a lot of physicians moving to the region, and this gives you great proximity to the Roseville hospitals and all of its amenities. Now, next up on our list of suburbs is the city of Folsom. I would say that this is probably the best location for outdoor recreation. You have direct access to the American River, Lake Natoma, and Folsom Lake. You also have the Jediah Smith Memorial Trail, which offers the best trail access in the Sacramento area. This world-renowned trail winds from Folsom to Old Sacramento, paralleling the American River and stopping at many key places along the way. The trail in total is a whopping 32 miles. Folsom also has a wide variety of housing options, from condos to luxury living. Folsom is also known for its excellent public school system, and not only academics, but Folsom High School is also recognized in California for its championship football program. If El Dorado Hills has caught your eye, but you want to be a little closer to amenities and slightly lower cost of living, then this might be a fit. It falls in SMUD utilities, cheaper than PG&E, and that services El Dorado Hills. One of our favorite amenities Folsom has to offer is the Palladio. This upscale outdoor shopping mall is such a vibe. You can also catch a movie as they have a movie theater or attend one of the many events that they host throughout the year. Similar to Granite Bay, you have El Dorado Hills, where you will find some more luxury home options with semi to fully custom homes. The most popular and affluent community will be the golf course community of Serrano. Now, because the suburb is going to be the furthest from the city of Sacramento, approaching less developed areas, it will have less amenities than some of the other suburbs mentioned. But because this suburb is further up the foothills, you will find homes with views. We have featured a couple luxury new build communities that you could find right here. Now, most people that live here venture into the neighboring city of Folsom for most of their shopping. However, they do have the El Dorado Hills Town Center that has some local shops and boutiques, as well as a movie theater and several restaurants. The Town Center also hosts many events throughout the year, with 4th of July fireworks show being the most popular as it draws in most of the town for celebrations. Next up on our list is Elk Grove, which is a great option as well, especially for those who might be commuting to the Bay Area. It offers a route that is much faster and accessible to the Bay Area than most of the other suburbs do, making it closer to the Bay Area. Elk Grove is also the largest suburb by population, outranking Roseville by about 15 to 20,000 people. Lots of builders are building in the southern part of Elk Grove, and the city has been expanding their amenities and shopping as well. They have a brand new shopping center with a Costco, Nordstrom's Rack, European Wax Center, and many other eateries and shops that you know of. But one of my favorite newest amenities is District 56. This is a community center that has a nature preserve, senior center, veterans hall, and so much more. But the true highlight of District 56 is the aquatic center. This place is amazing. It's almost like a mini water park with multiple 30-foot water slides, a lazy river, and much more. Next up on our list of suburbs is the city of Rancho Cordova. Most people choose Rancho Cordova because of its proximity. It is in a great location, just 25 minutes to downtown Sacramento and 30 miles to the Sacramento International Airport. We recently sold a home here to a client that is a professor at Folsom Lake College, which is just 15 minutes away. A popular community located at the south end of the city is the Anatoly community. Many of its newer communities are going to be located on the very south end of the city, which are zoned to top-rated school districts. In addition, Rancho Cordova is exploding with new construction. One of their newest developments is the ranch by the builder K. Hovanian. However, they have many other notable new builds in the area like Lennar, Pulte, Richmond America, Tri-Point, and many others. One development that has yet to come and has been quietly kept and many don't know about yet will have an astounding 12,000 dwelling units. Now, another pro when it comes to housing in Sacramento is that we have a lot of new construction homes here and newer resale homes. We have several suburbs booming with new construction like Roseville, Folsom, Elk Grove, and Rockland. This just speaks towards the growth and demand that we have here in the Sacramento region, with people relocating here from all over the United States. We have clients that moved here from New York where they only have the option for older homes and they don't want to deal with the issues that come with that. Here you get modern layouts and efficient homes. You also have the option of building and picking your finishes when it comes to new construction or selecting from a spec home. Our channel features a whole lot of new home tours in the different Sacramento suburbs. We will link our new home playlist right above so that you can get an idea of what is out here. Now you're probably thinking, Danny, that's a lot of pros. What about the cons? Yes, indeed, there are some cons. Now, one of the cons with new construction is that you don't get a lot of land here. So that is an adjustment. Our lot sizes are normally between 5,000 to 7,000 square feet, and many newer communities have shrunk down to 3,000 to 4,500 square feet. The master plan communities can feel a little track homey with homes looking very similar. And some of the new communities with all 2 stories look like stacked row of houses. Now, another con is that we don't have a lot of HOA communities with elaborate amenities that you may have seen like in Texas and Florida. A lot of people have their own private pools or use the city's aquatic centers, or many spend their time on the numerous lakes and rivers that I have mentioned. We also have some amazing 55+ resort style communities around the Sacramento region that offer everything from clubhouses to pools, workout facilities, dog parks, bars, restaurants, and so much more. Go ahead and check out our 55+ playlist right here. Okay, so housing was probably the biggest area to cover in terms of the pros and cons, but we have so much more to cover in this video. But before we move on, I just want to remind you all how we love making these videos and delivering the content that you need to help you make your decision when moving here. Now, one thing that helps us to continue to make these videos for you is when you guys give us a like and subscribe. So make sure to do that and turn on your notifications so that you're notified when we drop new videos that you are not going to want to miss. Some of these videos highlight special incentives and offers that builders are offering that are very limited. Now, the best way for you to know if Sacramento is a fit for you is to book your discovery trip. Prior to your trip, we will hop on a Zoom call and get to know you and your family's needs, lifestyles, and desires. We can also discuss budgets, work commutes to help narrow in on the areas for you to explore. Now, some of you have watched so much of our content that you are pretty set on the area, but others are still open and trying to find the right fit. Either way, we are going to develop a custom guide to help you explore the areas during your visit. Now, of course, we also meet with you while you're here and show you some housing options, but our main goal is to help you make sure that the Sacramento region is the right fit for you and your family. So pause the video, take a screenshot of the number that's popping up below, and don't hesitate to reach out whether you're thinking about moving next week, next month, next year. The sooner we chat with you, the easier we can make your transition. You can also book a discovery call with us here by scanning the QR code right here. Okay, now let's get back to some of the pros and cons of Sacramento. Now let's talk about the climate. There are both pros and cons to this one. Now, we experience all the seasons, but don't get extreme winters. Many of our YouTube clients are moving here for the weather as they are either sick of the gloom up north, the cold back east, or the humidity down south. Now, we do get heat and can have streaks of triple-digit weather in the summer, but it is a dry heat. In fact, I just checked the weather app today and we're about to have a heat wave next week, and it says it's going to be 117 degrees next Saturday, which would be a record for all of Sacramento. Now, I pray to God that this weather app is incorrect because I'm not sure our 16-year-old AC can handle it. Last year, Sacramento hit a record of 116 degrees. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a pool, you can utilize it 5 to 6 months out the year. And we don't cover our pools here in the winter. Winter days can be actually nice. where you can get out and enjoy the brisk air of 40 and 50-degree weather. This is California, you guys, so a lot of people wear flip-flops year-round. Now, some cons to the weather is that it limits outdoor activities in peak heat. Playground structures that don't have shade are not usable due to the sweltering heat. You'll have to modify your schedule to get out early in the day, or you'll see people out late in the evening taking advantage of the nice delta breeze that we get once the sun sets. Now let's discuss the pros and cons when it comes to education. We have found that some of our clients are moving from places where they have had to put their kids in private schools in order to get a decent education because their public school options were less than great, to say the least. And that's one of the major reasons why they are moving here for excellent public education. This has saved families a lot of money by having the option to put their kids in top-rated public schools with great athletic programs as well. And every suburb, depending on the area or community, has top-rated public schools. For example, Roseville has West Park High School. Now, this is a state-of-the-art high school that looks like a college, you guys. It's so new, there currently are no ratings yet on greatschools.org. But it's expected to be a top-rated school with some amazing programs like biomedical, engineering, graphic design, and media production, just to name a few. Now in Lincoln, you have 12 Ridges High School, which is a brand new school. They only have test scores on greatschools.org, but it's 9 out of 10. In Rockland, you have Rockland High and Whitney Ranch, which are both 9 out of 10. Vista Del Lago and Folsom High and Folsom, which are 10 out of 10 and 9 out of 10 respectively. And in El Dorado Hills, you have Oak Ridge, which is 10 out of 10. Granite Bay High School is 10 out of 10. And in Rancho Cordova, you have Pleasant Grove High School, which is 9 out of 10. And in Elk Grove, you have Casunas Oaks and Franklin High School, which are both 9 out of 10 high schools. Now, there are also great private and charter schools in the region if you prefer that route as well. And access to advanced education with multiple junior colleges where California residents can get 2 years of free education. And you also have 4-year universities like California State University of Sacramento, which we know as Sac State, and UC Davis. The overall cost of living here in Sacramento region is relatively low when compared to the rest of California. According to bestplaces.net, Sacramento is 15% lower than the California average. However, we all know California's overall cost of living is always higher than the rest of the nation. That being said, Sacramento is 27% higher than the US average according to bestplaces.net. Now, there are some benefits of living in Sacramento other than being lower than other places in California. So for one, the property taxes. Our overall property tax is not too bad. You are looking right above 1 to 1.3% base property tax, and in older communities, this may be all that you pay. I watched videos on Texas and almost passed out when I see 3% property taxes at some communities. Obviously, every state gets their money one way or the other. In California, we have a combination of state income tax, sales tax, gas tax, and property tax. Now, some cons are the Melloroos. If you have never heard of Melloroos and are like, what's that? They are basically a tax or special assessment that goes towards the infrastructure of the community or district and communities built in, say, the last 20 years. Melloroos can add another $200 to $500 to your monthly payment, which could be about $2,400 to $6,000 a year on top of your mortgage. Now, Melloroos can last anywhere between 20 to 40 years. Now, that depends on the district. Some Melloroos may go away if an expiration date was determined when the district was created, while in other cases, tapering off as the years pass on. For example, we have an older neighborhood nearby that's almost 25 years old, and their Melloroos are only about $35 a month. Now, one of the other cons when it comes to California cost of living are the gas prices. Yes, California is always going to be higher than the rest of the nation due to its strict regulations and programs to make our gas cleaner, reducing air pollution. Now, one study I saw showed California only behind Hawaii in gas prices. Back in June of 22, California hit a record at just over $6 per gallon, which was crazy. Personally, we got tired of paying the outrageous gas prices, and we actually bought a Tesla back in 2021 before they spiraled out of control. And we also installed a home charger, being that we have low utility rates and our home is solar. We see a large percentage of the population buying electrical vehicles here, since California residents have the most electrical vehicles in the entire United States. Sometimes it looks like a little Tesla nation when driving in the Sacramento suburbs, especially with all the white Teslas. And yes, we're guilty of it too. We have a white Tesla. According to AAA, last month, which was May, the average gas price in California was about $4.80 per gallon, while the national average was $3.50. Geographically, Sacramento is located at the top of the valley, dead center between the coast and the mountains. Now, its location presents both pros and cons to its suburbs, so let's talk about that. Most of the suburbs are going to be 25 to 35 minutes from the Sacramento International Airport to go anywhere that your heart desires, but you also have amazing places nearby. Northern California has some of the most beautiful landscapes and outdoor scenery you can find. If you look at the map here, we are surrounded by tons of national forests, lakes, and mountains. So if you are a person that loves the outdoors, you have endless places to explore. This past week, we went to Shasta Lake on a houseboat with our neighbors and had an amazing time. We were having such a good time, we ended up extending our trip by an extra day. There's just so much natural beauty out here in Northern California. As I mentioned, the coast is just 90 minutes away, depending upon where you are going. Lake Tahoe is about an hour and a half to 2 hours, so whether you're looking to surf or ski, you have options within striking distance. But one of my favorite places right here in our backyard is Yosemite National Park. This must-see natural beauty is just 3 hours away. Trust me when I tell you this place is absolutely amazing and one of the most beautiful places that I've ever laid my eyes on. I am amazed at how many people haven't been there that live here, and especially those that have grown up here. So make sure to check it out when you move here, guys. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. If you're a wine enthusiast or you just want to take in the beautiful vineyards of Napa Valley, it's just a short 90-minute drive away. Honestly, I can go on and on about all of the great places to visit, but I think I'll save some for you to find and explore yourselves. Now, one of the cons to its location is that there are no artery freeways or toll roads. Now, this is concerning with how traffic will be with the expected long-term growth of the Sacramento region and the fact that they didn't build these roads first. Most of these suburbs mentioned, like El Dorado Hills here, Folsom here, Rancho Cordova about right here, Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln up north in this area, and Elk Grove down south here, you'll notice that there is only one highway or freeway in and out, not really connecting you to any of the other suburbs. For example, we are here in Roseville and there's no easy way to get to El Dorado Hills, Folsom, Rancho Cordova, or really anything along this corridor other than taking the streets. And that can be a real pain during traffic hours. But if you choose to be in the city of Sacramento itself, you'd obviously be at the center of everything with easier access. Now, because we are centrally located, we do not have any local beaches. Although the beaches are not that far, about 90 minutes away, as I said, the Pacific Ocean beaches are cold. Now, you're probably okay if you're surfing, wearing a wetsuit, but most of us are looking to just chill and hang out. So although the beach offers nice scenery, don't expect it to be warm water like Hawaii or Florida. Now, we do have Folsom Lake, as I mentioned, Lake Natoma, and many rivers that many take advantage of in the hotter summer months. Now, one of the cons to the proximity are the allergies. Up until recently, Sacramento was deemed the city of trees with its tree-lined streets, but lots of trees can attribute to an ugly allergy season, making it difficult for those that suffer from allergies. Many people who move here have said that they didn't have allergies where they came from and somehow developed them since living here, while others, like myself, have remained lucky, only having 0 to mild allergies. I notice it a lot while hanging out at our kids' sports games, seeing some kids sniffling or eyes itching, as well as some parents too. Now, of course, you can take over-the-counter allergy medicine, but most of the people I know that have it bad, like our kids, must take allergy shots to keep theirs under control. Now let's talk about the recreation, because there's so many things to do, whether it's a date night or a date with the family, from outdoor activities to arcades, golfing, casinos, sporting events, concerts, short drives to either the Bay Area or Apple Hill, even Tahoe. There's just so much to explore and see here. In the past, we have focused a lot on family things to do, but recently our clients mentioned we need to cover some adult stuff too. We realize we haven't mentioned the awesome breweries or wineries located nearby. Now, the first I'd like to mention is the Placer County Wine Trail. This is a trail filled with over 20 wineries that span over 7 different cities here in the region, and it's quickly accessible. You have wineries along this trail that are only 30 minutes from the center of Sacramento. Some local favorites are Rancho Roble Vineyards, as well as Dueling Dogs, which is also a brewery. One year, we rented a limo and did a wine tour with our neighbors, and it was so much fun. Another popular winery located in the city of Sacramento is Scribner Bend Vineyards, which is located along the Sacramento River. Now, if you're not into wine and prefer a nice cold brew, we have tons of local breweries as well. We have our normal breweries and many that are located in downtown Sacramento that are indoors and may have some patio seating, but we also have some breweries that are located along the Placer Wine Trail that sit on acres of property and have nice outdoor settings like Dueling Dogs and Goat House Brewery. And if you're up for a little road trip, you can head up to Chico, where they have the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company, where you can take a tour of their amazing facilities. Now, I haven't been there personally, but a few friends of mine recently went there and they raved about it. You can also head to Napa for a romantic getaway and experience the Napa Valley Wine Train on an open air car as you indulge in wine tastings and full course meals while enjoying breathtaking views of the Napa Valley. You have multiple train ride options here to choose from, with their express ride, which is a 3-hour ride, being the more affordable option at around $300 per person, to the Legacy Experience, which is a full day running at about $800 per person. Now, one of our favorite things to do without the kids is to take a quick trip out of the country to Mexico and spend a few days down in Cabo at a nice resort, being that it's just a 3-hour flight from Sacramento. Now, navigating a relocation can be a bit overwhelming and many don't know where to start. Many clients reach out wondering, how do they sell their current home and buy here? When do they get approved for a loan? If they will have a future job here? When is the best time to transfer their kids in school? No worries. We have helped so many clients relocate here, and everyone's situation is different. But we help guide you and streamline the steps of your relocation. We connect you with the right professionals and resources to make the move as stress-free as possible. But your first step is to reach out to us and book your discovery call by calling or texting the number below, sending us an email, or scanning the QR code right here on the screen. We are meeting and helping clients just like you every week, so don't be afraid to reach out. I'll see you guys in the next video.